In the woods of Montgomery County, North Carolina, resides Harvey Younts. Mr. Younts bought the old Coggins gold mine in 2000 after gold fever struck. This is his story.
Well, I was born and raised in Davidson County, and I started coming down here in the early 70s gold panning, and I fell in love with this area and got the gold fever. Don't let nobody fool you, it's here. Gold fever's here. And I made my mind up when I retired, if I could, I'd move down here, and it worked out for me. I bought this property in the 70s. I wasn't retired at the time, and I started to clean it up. This was a gold mining town, the old Coggins mine. And I had no idea that the old tools and things here, when I cleaned this place up, was on the ground. I said, we can't, we need to save what's here.
Anyone can be hit with gold fever, but not everyone is so fever-stricken that they buy their own mine, unless your name is Harvey Younts.
This was part of a 63-acre tract, and a developer bought it and split it up. And I got 7 acres here. And I come by after gold panning one day, and I seen it, so I checked. And the woman told me it's for sale, and I told her I was very interested. And so that's the way I purchased it.
The Coggins mine is full of gold history.
Well, it was discovered about 1882 right over there on top of the ground. The Coggins lived across the road over there, and they had no idea the gold was under their nose here. It was in the summertime. There was a bad storm come up, and the animals got out, tore the fence down, and they come over here. When the servants did, it don't say who it was, don't tell the name or anything, and there was a huge tree blowed over. And in the root of that tree, they found the big nugget. And he takes it back to the Coggins. One of them's named Kirk, and the other one was named Tuck. And they say, if you tell where you found this nugget, we'll give you a country ham. Now, where he got the ham or not, I don't know. So they come over here, and with a pick and shovel, Kirk and Tuck did, and they started digging. They made their mind up, we're gonna dig till we hit bedrock and see if we can find more. And they did. January the 14th of 1915, they were 3 miners. They had worked the first shift. The main shaft is over there, and they was on Friday. And they was working on the first shift, and so about 2 o'clock was a shift change, and they had signals at the bottom of the mine by a string where it was gold ore or people coming up on that skip. When the people come up on the skip, it come up slower for safety. And those 3 give the wrong signal, so he brought it up fast, and before it got to the top there, they fell out. The skip jumped off the track, and they fell down and killed all 3 of them.
The old mine has its share of tragedy as well.
August 23rd of 1917, there was a murder at the mine. It was 2 young miners, and they were working the 3rd shift, and they had been having trouble. They hadn't been fighting, but they'd been having trouble, and they were coming up that ladder, and there's a lot of mud down there. And what happened, according to their ancestors, the one that got killed, his foot slipped off and hit the other one in the head, and he fell down. So that one got the shaft, and the other one got the woman that they was fighting over. That's what they were. Well, I asked people that tell them about that, what was they fighting over? They say gold. Now this was a pretty little female around here.
Not everyone believes the Reed Gold Mine was the site of the first discovery of gold in the United States.
The Reed Gold Mine is adopted that was the first discovery, but I'm sure it was like first in flight. They a little bit of confusion there that they was gold found way before then, before 1799 in North Carolina. I don't really think it was, but one reason they got it documented is first place they went back in the dug a shaft, just kept digging and digging.
Miners had to come up with creative ways to ensure stockholders were happy with their investment.
Before the stockholders got here, they would take a shotgun shell and take the shot out of it. And they would fill the shotgun shell back up with gold nuggets. And they would take it down and shoot it in a bank of dirt. Okay, when the stockholders got here, they wanted to go underground and see what they was putting their money in there. And they'd go to this place where they shot it in there with a shotgun. Oh, look here at the gold we find in here. This occurred everywhere in all the minings. You know, human beings are greedy, and that they gonna do it, and that's the way they tricked a lot of them to find stock. Yeah, I know if I don't go there and start paying and find an ounce or two, yeah, we need to put some money in this.
Interested in taking on prospecting to become wealthy? Harvey has some words of advice.
If you hunted gold for a living, you'll starve to death. That's being frank.